Hello, Husker fans. Ken here from Generation Red, and I'd like to take just a couple of minutes to talk about a couple comments that Coach Frost made from the podium at the first press conference for spring camp on February 28th. A few players had gone up and spoken before he did, and he took the podium and answered every question that was posed to him, including one about special teams that actually piqued his farm boy from Wood River sensibilities. Check out this answer.
Well, I don't want to kick a turd here, but I'm sorry, the farm terms come out sometimes.
Now, before you want to accuse me of defecation of character, don't worry, you'll see the rest of his comments here in just a minute or two. But I cut him short for two very specific reasons. Number one, it's really funny when a Power 5 head coach says, kick a turd, in an open press conference, right? I mean, if you don't think that's funny, then maybe you need to stop being such a stick in the mud. Anyway, reason number two. You knew we were going there. Frost is not the only coach on this staff to have ever made a poop reference when answering a question. Check out this infamous quote from defensive coordinator Eric Shenander.
I mean, we say it all the time, whether, there's two types of turds. You're a sinker or you're a floater, but you're still a turd, right? I mean...
I can see how, without the proper context, it'd be really easy to look at what these two men said just in those two short clips and say, wow, they both totally stepped in it. But when you add the context, it's a completely different situation altogether. So let's take a look at how Coach Frost followed up his kick a turd comment.
We got to punt it well, kick it well, and have some guys that are dangerous in the return game. And for the most part, I thought our coverage units did a good job last year. There's still improvement to be made. I think we got some guys that are going to be able to catch the ball and do something with it, and we got to punt it well and make our kicks, and we hopefully added some guys that are going to be able to do that and are bringing some guys back.
Well, there you have it. Coach Frost clarifying what he meant by kick a turd by not clarifying what he meant by kick a turd because he really didn't address it, right? Kind of left us to fend for ourselves as to what the hell I don't want to kick a turd here means. Well, here's what I think it means. I think he was clearly telling everybody in that room the turd is 2021 and before, and I don't feel like kicking that thing anymore. I want to talk about what we're going to do in the future. Granted, he said a lot of the same things he said the last 4 years. The difference is the pieces of the puzzle have changed. It just seems like we're moving forward instead of kicking the crap out of what happened in the past, because quite frankly, that benefits nobody. And I know we saw a lot of turds get kicked, right? But hopefully we won't see that many more. Whereas Frost was talking specifically about the special teams unit, 1/3 of the team, right, as a whole. Shenander, on the other hand, with his comments of sinker and floater, he was referring specifically to personnel, to, heads in the locker room. Check this out.
If I want to be a great player, I need to act like the great players. And if your great players are turds, then the young guys are going to act like turds. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, we say it all the time, whether, there's two types of turds. You're a sinker or you're a floater, but you're still a turd, right? I mean, so you got to have when you have really good people that are the best players, that helps the locker room tremendously.
I'm pretty sure you're asking yourself right now what the point of this video is. Is it just some 54-year-old truck driver accessing his 7th grade sense of humor in order to make a whole bunch of poop jokes? Well, as a matter of fact, you would be correct. That's kind of what this is, except for this part. If you give me just another couple of minutes, I'll try to redeem this thing with just one more analogy, if you will. And that is this. The very best BLT I have ever eaten had 2 slices of garden fresh tomato on the sandwich. And that tomato had grown in a garden that was liberally fertilized with a lot of manure. So, the best tomato I've ever tasted grew through a lot of shit just to get to my sandwich. Wow, that means figuratively speaking, I ate a really tasty shit sandwich. But that doesn't take away from the fact that all of us who are Husker fans have watched we've eaten a lot of shit sandwiches over the last 4 years, haven't we? And it's getting old, right? But I think that's about to turn. And I think the pile of dog crap that is a 15-29 record so far for Coach Frost is about to get flipped. And I think that pile of dog crap is going to get converted to really good manure, because the soil composition of this team has changed. You've got a whole parcel of new coaches, guys that are experienced, have seen anything and everything in college football, and they've come alongside our coach to change the soil composition in order for him to grow too. And I think this program's about to start blooming. Then who knows, in the next few years we could be competing for the conference title, maybe even winning one. And we're going to be really, really glad that kicker from Wood River is still here, tending that garden. Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. Thanks for putting up with my have a great night, and talk to you soon. Hey, before I go, real quick, just need to remind you that Sunday, March 13th, 2022 at 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Make sure your clocks have been set forward an hour the night before so y'all don't miss church, and you don't miss the first hour of the next Big Red Roundtable. That's right, 7:30 p.m. that night. We will be joined by Redcast Rob and Honky from the Go Big Redcast, and of course Scott and I will be hanging with the Husker Cuzcast guys as well. Justin, Tyler, and Derek will be there, and we'll talk spring camp storylines. So it should be a whole lot of fun. Don't want you to miss it, so make sure you move those clocks forward an hour. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. God bless. Good night, Gen Red Nation, and Go Big Red.